welcome back, konnichiwa, herzlich willkommen. So guys, I want to give you an update here on Intel, ticker INTC. Yeah, the question is if we have here still minus 38% downwards potential, or is the bottom already in for the next run here. I will give you my chart analysis based on the chart, based on the technicals. This is of course not financial advice. Yeah guys, if you didn't see my previous videos here, I already made a couple of chart analyses for Intel, and I can say that from the beginning here I am super bullish on Intel. I think a lot of stocks which didn't profit yet from the bull run which we have. We are of course here in the middle of a bull run, or almost very close to the peak in my opinion. You can also see the other videos here on my channel about that. But Intel, you can see, just dropped here from 2021 here April until today. We had here a massive price drop. Just to give you a quick overview what happened since then, we lost here minus 72%. So whoever say you that just holding a stock is smart, yes, when you have a time period of 20 years or more, it might be smart. But for example, if you bought here in the year 2000, you have also here a very red number in your portfolio if you bought at the peak. However guys, Intel is in an uptrend, there is no doubt about that. So the big peak or the big spike was here in the year 2000, and we can see that we came back here, or we came all the way up from 34 cents to $69, or even the all-time high $75. So we want to check when it is a good time to buy. So this is why I give you here my chart prediction, guys. So then let's start first with the indicators before I show you my drawings. And in my opinion, guys, it's very obviously that we have to come up here very soon. We have a lot of upside potential for Intel. You can see just an open gap here in the weekly chart, which is really rare. This open gap is from the year 2000. And if you don't understand trading, guys, even after 20 or 25 years, it doesn't matter, these gaps can get filled. This is possible. So technically, just technically, we already have here an upwards momentum or upside potential from at least 269%. That can of course take much more years. Of course we have to recover. This stock is really slow moving. Normally I focus here on short squeeze stocks on my channel, but Intel is in my opinion here at a very close range to see a bottom. That's why we have to check that here in detail. What I want to show you is just when we use the technicals before we dive in here into the drawings. We had here a couple of RSI situations which made it very smart or very delicious to buy the dip. The first situation which we had here was in 2012, December 2012. We can see when we had this RSI constellation here, Intel started to rise without any stoppage, guys. The next situation after this peak was in, we had a sell-off. The next technical situation which I really liked was this point here in September, October 2022, and the same here, guys. You can see that from there on Intel confirmed the bottom and started to rip. Looks here like a massive move, yeah, in the chart. That was 108% here from November 2022 until December 2023, so almost 1 year. This is typical for a bull cycle, and now of course we coming down. And now guys, we have the same situation which we had here back in 2022. We have now here for Intel as well, completely oversold, and it looks like that we start to retest the previous bottom here. So now let's enable the drawings and check all the details here, what we can expect from the chart, guys. If you don't know my channel, guys, usually I talk here about short squeeze stocks. So Intel, in my opinion, is of course a long-term investment. We will not just squeeze here 100% or more in one day. This is not possible. I mean, everything in trading is possible, but very unlikely. So what I usually doing is I show here short squeeze stocks, and not only I show them, I try to predict them. I post here on Patreon, for example, swing trade alerts and my very popular hot stocks, guys. Yeah, when I publish these videos here on Sunday, that means this is my, yeah, those tickers here are my finest selection of short squeeze stocks, and I expect them to squeeze in the very few next days. I can of course never give any guarantee, and this is not financial advice, but you can see here some of the member feedbacks which I got, where my members made here 300%, 370% profit with one single trade. And also here, as you can see, one of my swing trade alerts which I posted on Patreon here, that was the day when I released this ticker. We had a squeeze immediately afterwards here in the same day of 187%. So if you're also interested in seeing short squeeze stocks, you can of course check out here our trading community. We're growing every day, guys. Every day new members joining in. And the most popular membership which I have is the full package membership on Patreon. You get all these member benefits here if you join in. And if you want, guys, you can click here the info icon in the corner to get access to the Patreon member link. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or advanced trader. Everybody is welcome. So guys, for Intel now, in my opinion, no doubt, absolute no doubt, that we are here in a very strong uptrend. I will delete this line, we don't need that. So we can see that this white line here is supporting the price since the year 1996. So that is here a very strong uptrend in which we are trading. We have some fake outs here, 2008, the big market crash. You can see we left this pattern here for almost 1 year, and then we came back strong and found support. Same situation here, guys, September 2021. Very unusual here when we had the corona pandemic was in March 2020. Here was one shakeout, but Intel could hold the price here of $44. I will explain you later what does that mean. But we can see that every time when we dipped below this range here, we usually found support. Now the situation is that we have a huge dip below this range. I think this is necessary because we had here a super strong bull run. Intel was unstoppable here since the year 2009 with until 2021. So huge run here over 10 years. And now we see here a correction. But this is, in my opinion, guys, almost done. Why do I think that? So I have this accumulation pattern here in the chart. I will adjust that a little bit here because this is here in a short-term period. When we check in the long term here over the years where the bottom has been in before we saw these kind of spikes, have to adjust it a little bit, guys, here. So we had here one significant touch point, here significant touch point, significant before we came back higher, guys. And you can see that if we would touch this bottom here again, then we would talk here about a price of $15 or lower. We don't necessarily have to. Here was one touch point, then we recovered and started to pump. But we can see that the upside potential here for Intel is, in my opinion, at least until $33 to $44 before we might stay in this trend channel here. So what does that mean? Overall, when we talk here about a time period of 10 or 20 years, we are in a very strong uptrend. But now, since the peak was in here in January 2020, or almost the same top was in here in April 2021, we are on this accumulation pattern here. But I think we are very, very close, guys, to see here the bottom, if the bottom is not always already in. I already made this kind of liquidity zone here in the chart because we have two open gaps here at $18.14 and $16.89 or 90 cents. That's why, in my opinion, guys, this green box here is, in my opinion, the liquidity zone where we latest should see a technical reaction for Intel. That means between $18.07 and $16.22. So we are very close to that right now, trading here again at $19. I think as soon as we touch this box here, we don't have to, but this is where I will be very, very focused on loading up shares, because that's why I think we see here very soon a bullish reversal for Intel. The market could turn bearish here by the end of January, but as I said, because Intel didn't profit from that kind of bull run which we had, then usually we see here an inverted pattern that when the market starts to dump, these kind of stocks will start to pump, and the price targets which I have at least are here in the $33-$34 range and $44, because this is something like a resistance. But in the long term, I think Intel will come back here to $62 or even higher, guys. I will of course inform you here about the price actions, and if you want to copy here the price levels from my chart, this is everything based on TradingView. What you see here, I will make this a little bit more invisible that it's more smooth for you to see. That these are the price levels which I have, guys, here between $37 or $34, depending of course on the time, and $44 is the, let's call it the price target to the upside here, and this green box here, yeah, between $16 or $18.07 and $16.26 is the liquidity zone where I Intel latest expect here to do a technical reaction. There's of course no guarantee. We could come lower and retouch here the bottom of the trend channel one more time, but if this happens, guys, I will of course make here an update on Intel. If you want to copy the price levels, this is everything based on TradingView, what you see here. I use that chart program here for all my videos and all my trades, and can highly recommend that. If you want to learn trading, if you want to understand where the algos are moving, guys, in my opinion, you need a good chart tool. That's why I recommend TradingView. I can also offer you here a discount link for the premium tier. If you click the info icon here in the corner, you get a $15 discount link for TradingView, guys. So, my friends, that was the update. I hope you liked that video. I hope it was helpful for you. And if you don't want to miss any updates, then please hit the like and subscribe button right now. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, guys. Arigato gozaimasu. Vielen Dank und viel Erfolg mit Intel und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.